crossing river on a boat, going to the temple, talking to the farmers, visiting Muslim communities. At my age, I'm still discovering my own country. The opposition party can become a new government if the people of Cambodia fight for change.
I set up the school in a field and go door to door, pleading the parents to send their daughters to school. Every day, more little girls arrive with their notebooks and pencils. They learn math, social studies, the English alphabet, Urdu, and the Quran. But we also teach them that women are equal with men, that all of us are human beings and must be treated with respect in society.
You really accord human rights when you respect those with whom you disagree. Recently, Israeli and Palestinian women came to Northern Ireland to share insights and devise strategies for peace building. When they first arrive, I can smell and feel the fear, the tension, and the anger. After 30 years of struggle in the North, I learned you must not drown in your own pain. You must allow your humanity enough room to recognize the pain in the other.
When you grow up with love around you, that gives you the internal freedom to share this love with others. It gives you an internal responsibility to share this love, and it gives you the right and the ability to share it.
In the refugee camp, I worked in the Norwegian Church Aid office, and we were supporting a small magazine for children called The Rainbow to spread peace messages instead of violence. And then the man comes to the office.
You know, this rainbow on the cover has a pigeon on the top. And these two hands are a Christian sign. This shows a political agenda. They want people to become Christian.
I am Muslim. I work here. No one forces me to be a Christian. We work for human rights, beings and sufferers, that's all.
I know Islamic and Pakistani intelligence. I have their support, and I myself am from intelligence. If you don't stop this magazine, I will do anything to you and your family.
Here I am. Whatever you can do it to me, then do it. My work is for the needy people, and you are not needy people. So get out of here.
I will see you. I will do what I can to you. You will never enter Afghanistan again.
The man keeps calling and calling me every day. And there was time that I was told for the safety of my children, I should leave Afghanistan. And this is what I do.
Marina.
Yes?
The entrance to your apartment is very dark.
Excuse me? Who are you?
I'm someone who was affected by your work.
Did I help your wife, your girlfriend?
It doesn't matter. I know where you live. Aren't you afraid that your son is alone in the street?
I feel that somebody has stuck a knife in my heart. He knows about my son, and it goes on for months. I don't allow Peter to answer the phone at home. I have my parents pick him up from school every single day, or he goes to his friend's house. But he is never alone.
Aren't you afraid for your son?
I am afraid to enter the building. Sometimes I just pray that the elevator will get to the first floor fast, so I can just run in and go.
You never know who did it.
Men very strong come to my office looking for me. They wear suits and coats to cover their guns. We are looking for Annabella. She's on the list. We know her date.
I received death threats. The government revokes my passports, forbids me to leave the country, places me under house arrest.
My car is surrounded by soldiers, paratroopers, my door flung open, I'm pulled out and thrown over the car, and they're screaming, who am I? What am I? What am I carrying?
The police began stalking me all the time molestando. Stop your car!
One of them sticks a large gun hard between my legs and calls me a fucking bitch.
President Bashar states, since the Mukhtar Bibi case, all a woman has to do to become a millionaire is get herself raped and tell the press about it.
300 women set themselves on fire in Iraq.
My advisor is tortured. They break his fingers, burn his hands, take his eyes out, and then they strangle him.
The husband pours acid on her face, the sides of her neck.
The woman covers the baby with her body, but her husband keeps beating her. She asks for a divorce, but he says, I'll kill you and tell everybody you ran away with another man.
If she has abuse, she has no choice. You can come out of the house when you are dead.
Oh my God. I wouldn't care if I had to die in this fight. I have plenty of powerful enemies because those who fight corruption don't make many friends. And sometimes I feel the sorrow. But I feel proud I am a congresswoman. I feel proud too that I'm not dead.
At the end of the day, my father gave his life. And I think that is a very powerful message to give to people who feel disempowered. That there is no price too high to pay. That your voice, there's sanctity in your voice. And my mother, because she refused to stand for injustice in Nigeria, her spirit will live on.
Now that I am far away from my home, I dream that I am walking with my children in the east and most part of my country, where there is no road. The elder woman calls to me, Farida, you don't have to wear your burqa here. Inside this village we are safe. The women are coming out to solve things. And I dream of little bits of paper falling like a snow. As I reach for them, I see that they are prayers for me. So many men, women praying for me that I will not die, that I will escape any harm that has come to me, to break my very heart like the black wind before the sun. I read each prayer and my strength comes back. And this is how we will survive.
My favorite time walking, believe it or not, is when it is snowing. Snow makes it beautiful in the red square. This is the time to put myself together, to come to some harmony with myself. Because if you are not in harmony with yourself, this is a very difficult job to do. When I started, 1993, there was only me, only one crisis center. Now, there are 160 crisis centers, shelters, organizations, a whole network.
I have opened 3 schools in Punjab province. They are for boys as well as for girls. Because boys too must learn that under Islam, under the law, women have the same rights as they do. And in Mirwala, where I almost killed myself, I have opened a real schoolhouse with a library and 6 classrooms. The children come from many tribes, from high and low castes. The girls from the Gujars, and yes, we even take boys from the Mastuis.
There is a story, you know, we use it in training a lot. A guy is working along the river, and he suddenly sees kids drowning. He goes into the water and he starts rescuing them. And another guy is working nearby and he's asking, what are you doing? The first guy says, I'm rescuing kids, come help me. And that guy gets into the water and he starts teaching the kids swimming. And the third guy comes along and he turns around and starts running away. And the 2 guys in the river say, wait, we need your help. Where are you going? And the third guy says, I want to see who's throwing the kids in the water in the first place. Right now, we are rescuing and teaching, but we are not yet working with the cause, so it has to be deeper.
I wake up very early in the morning. I take the shower and I go to the beauty bar. Not for vanity's sake. My appearance is important because I must have a good face for those pueblos who are looking to me to speak out for them. When I was a child, I make a promise to myself. I'm going to pull out my mother, my brother and me from the poverty. And then I'm going to pull out the women of Guatemala, the silent women, and the men who have no work in their work. They must not stay in silence. No more silence.
I was the first student in my own school, and now I am in the 5th grade there. For the rest of my life, I will never need to use my thumb to sign my homework or anything. Mukhtar, powerful, self-respecting. Mukhtar.
We have a Farsi proverb. We say, however high the mountain is, it must have a way on top so that you can reach it.
We shouldn't be resting. We shouldn't be thinking we've tried our best. That just means our best isn't good enough. We need to really step up. Women are the greatest untapped resource in Africa. And we are the future.
If you put equal rights at the heart of things, you have to be sure everyone's at the table. You have to take a look and see who isn't there, who isn't being heard, and use your power to change that. Just take one small step forward. That first step is the massive one.
Every day I see women, whether she serves beer at the beer garden or sex workers or garment factory workers. They are my sisters, my friends, my teachers. When people say, how can you wake up and still do this after 25 years? I said, We have to do it. And to people who do not have a voice,